Hey all, Hertz here. Welcome back to episode 3 of Incremental Factory. In the last episode, we got all of our science working here on the right-hand side, and then we also got the Gen 1 chips going. In this episode, we are going to work a bit on the excavation layer. First thing we're going to need to do is get some of the research here. The most important one being increasing our warehouse capacity. And then also we're going to just work on getting the increased attack speed, damage, turret range, and then the reduce unit damage taken. And then we're also going to unlock the healing turret and the splash turret. The splash turret requires petroleum, and you'll see petroleum's down here on level 8, so we can't actually use that yet. But what we can use is the healing turret, which is right there. So let me real quick. The healing turret is going to go here and here, there, and here once we get all of them made. And then we're going to move our current turrets so that they're a little bit off to the side. So we get just like a little bit better coverage. So we're going to get that all pulled out. Okay. I'm just going to put the first healing turret down there. Let's go back to the map. We're going to need to get some more warehouse space here. This episode is going to be, it's going to have a lot of cuts in it because we have to do a lot of work here on that excavation layer. So everything on this layer costs a ridiculous amount of materials. I'm gonna just erase these couple of guys. And you'll see that I can just replace them for free. It's not exactly for free. You have to have the amount of material that it would cost to place the item. Maybe they fixed that. It used to be that way. They could have fixed that. There was an update recently. Okay. Now we do need this technology, the oil refineries. But let's just keep working on getting the range and the damage reduction. And in the meantime, I'm going to just take a quick look here. Yeah, so we're out of room on this node right here. So what I'm going to do Now I know this makes it so we can't exactly see what's going on with that node. I can just put these back here so we can still see. I'm going to make another one of you. And then I'm going to just like get this whole thing right here. Hit Control C. And then hit Control V over there. Let's wait for that to build out real quick and I'm gonna cut the lines of ore coming in. And we're gonna just move these guys down to here. I'm gonna do a similar thing over here. I'm just gonna hold Alt, get more coal coming in. I'm putting it all the way back here so we can see the throughput numbers. Add that there, and then I'll add another one down here. I'm just trying to increase capacity. So now when these finish building out, we are having power problems. And you'll notice our yields are going like straight down. Just trying to warn everyone about that. Yeah, that just happens. Like right at this point of the game. Now, like our next excavation here, or the second one down, is going to increase our yield, and it increases our minimum yield, and then we get another game speed. So our game speed will be 3x. So that will help out a little bit. Okay, it looks like these are done copying. So let's get these going in here. Okay. Do that. I'm just gonna grab all of this and move this down a little. I'm gonna add some more capacity to the iron. So we'll do this. And then this can take 3 more nodes. So I'll do that. going to do the same thing with these. Of course, the copy bug happened. Oh, another thing, we still have these going on here. I'm gonna just turn off the red and green signs inside of here. And I'm gonna up our gear production. I'll just do it in here just because I can. We have just created a ton of plate coming in. Once all of this copies, oh, that is full. Um, huh. Okay, so let's add another node down here. And we will put this plate into here. Just keep on doing this for everybody. And um, then I'm just going to distribute these out to both the steel and the gears up here. They're not maxed out, so we have extra connections available. So all right. Now we just increased our plates by the iron plates by quite a bit here. So the problem with gears is the edge speed on this is only 24. That's why I made a bunch of... So this is creating 64 gears a second, and it's just converting some of the plate that's already coming in here. Uh, the last thing I need to add here is this. I know that got a little bit messy, but this point of the game, things start to get messy. So, but once again, look at our yield here. It's just tanking. Um, so we're going to have to do something about that pretty quick. Gonna make another warehouse. We're going to make another warehouse as soon as that's done. And then we're going to go back to the excavation layer and start building out some pieces. Let's see if we can get... Yes. We can get that and that. So those two are huge. Um, I mean, we're going to need this before too long. The drone hub and drone factory are, I mean, they're mildly useful. Get that. Our power is right in the brink of having another crisis. So what I'm going to do is just, well, one more view and one more view. Our coal numbers are going to start going down here pretty quick because we're using so much power. So now that this is built all the way out, I'm just going to duplicate it. And we'll let that build out. I mean, that's going to take, it can do 120 a minute, so that's going to take a second. Right, well, we're waiting for the numbers to go up. So we're capped here. If you look, that's maxed out. This is maxed out. So I'm gonna do a couple things here. I'm gonna do a similar thing to what we did down here, which is split it. Um, let's just move you down to there. I'm going to add another coal. I'm gonna put it all the way out here so we can see its throughput numbers. I'm gonna do this over here. Add 3 more of these. But that's not gonna work because we're out of nodes, so I need to create a new node. Control C. It's an accident. So remember, if you use Control C and Control V, um, this isn't aligned to the grid anymore. The thing that you paste down is not aligned to the grid. So you have to give it a nudge to realign it. Just take these guys. Move you to there, and then we're just going to cut the nodes going in. We're going to, This still needs to be reattached. We ran out of nodes, or connections. So this one needs to go to there, but you can't connect it until it's done copying. So we're just going to let these go for a second. Is there any more research? I mean, we can just do that and that. Oh, we can make another warehouse. And now I think we're at 55. And that one's 56. So we cannot make another warehouse. But we can go down to this excavation layer. Um, we can make another healing turret. Okay, I'm just going to do a cut here. We really just have to wait on everything to build. So I'll do a cut here and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, and we're back. The last thing we're waiting on is this healing turret that requires 55k plate, the iron plate. It is not crucial. Um, Let me just re-wall this in there and there. Just when we get that plate, I'll just buy the healing turret. But we're just gonna do this next level of digging. Now you'll see our yields over here are just absolutely tanking. So one of the things we get is a yield increase of 50% on each of these items. So that will give us a nice little buff. Yep, you'll see there's a new critter here, the guy with the eye. These things actually shoot. But none of this stuff is terribly dangerous yet. Okay, so we got this nice little buff. That will get us our healing turret here pretty quick. Uh, but let's just dig the next level. The healing turrets are just mildly useful. As you'll see, nothing even is touching our walls. Um, there, they got hit just a little bit. Okay, so this is max game speed, so I'm going to turn up our game speed to 3x. That'll just like make all the numbers go up faster. So a second in real time counts as 3 seconds in game time. And now let's just get this healing turret. And we'll dig down again. Now the reward for this one is going to be, it'll set the minimum yield to 25. That means that the yield can go no lower than that number. There's a new mob coming in. But as you'll see, it's barely, things are barely touching our walls. I'm going to real quick fix this wall, and then we will dig down to petroleum at level 8. Um, Now, what that gives us is it gives us two new turrets, or we'll have the ability to buy two new turrets, which have an area of effect. So those turrets will help us get down to level 12, which is where aluminum is, and the Gen 2 chips require aluminum. So we're going to start working on that. Okay, now we have oil barrels and petroleum. Let's fix our walls real quick while we have the resources. Let's go back to the map and we're just going to add petroleum down here. Now I'm going to grab, since like our warehouses are maxed out up here, I'm just going to grab this warehouse. Let's see if I can align this there. That's the edge. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll get the now with oil, it requires 10 barrels of oil uh, per refinery. So let's see, we're gonna have petroleum barrels come out of there. We're gonna make a production node. I'm gonna put this up to 19. The problem that we're gonna have that requires 190 barrels to be coming in, and the edge speed on nodes is 192 right now. We'll have that come in with actual oil barrels. This is going to export petroleum barrels that are refined, and then we just need a whole bunch of extractors. Now, these still just produce 16. So I am going to do that. And then we're going to need a bunch of these. So I'm going to hold on Alt and copy that guy. And then we're going to double this again as soon as this finishes. Okay, so now we're getting in It's doing 192 out. I'm going to double this all again. We're going to do what we did over here so we can see the rates. And then we're going to double this guy. So now we're making 38 a second. We will be shortly. Now, as we're seeing those numbers go up over there, I'm going to come over here real quick. I'm going to put the splash turret is what it's called. It's an AoE turret. Those are going to go in the corners. But we're still going to need some time on these guys, so I'm going to just do a cut here real quick, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, and we're back. We just hit our number there for iron ore. Notice once again, we just added 50% to each of these, and these are just absolutely tanking. So be aware that that will happen in your game if you do this. Let's see here. We're looking good everywhere. We just need to get down to bauxite and aluminum next. So let's go. You'll see these splash turrets do a bit of AoE. And we have a couple of these big mobs. And this is a new mob right here. I don't even know what that is. Like a scorpion or something. Okay, so we just added 50% to yield again. Let's patch up our walls. And head to the next level. This will give us game speed times 4, which is nice. I mean, there's not much to do here besides sit and just watch it happen. So the healing turrets are helping out a little bit. That turret up top is getting some work done. Alrighty, so game speed can now be 4. And turn that up. And we'll get the walls patched up real quick. And go to the next level. What does this do? That's the minimum yield to 30. Once again, that's moderately helpful. And now we get this new mob down here. I don't even know what that is. A flying bitey thingy. Okay, let's patch our walls again. And let's get to bauxite. You can actually zoom out on the map and see like the whole area. There's that one mob again. I don't know if there's a new one on this one. We've seen these guys before. Nope, this is getting close. We might actually lose the turret. Okay, we got aluminum and bauxite now. Let's quickly repair our walls. Okay. Now that we have aluminum, I'm going to start a new area here for the Gen 2 chips. Whoops, that was an accident. I meant to hit production. Okay, and we're going to make four of those in here, and then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, which is we need 10, 10 cable. I'm going to make this 8. And then we'll have 20 cable extruders. So, oh no, I have to make this 4. We need, yeah, we need an extra connection. So I have to make this 4. Put this back down to 10. Because we need 3 inputs and 1 output. So we have to have 4 connections here. So let me put that there. You're exporting Gen 2 chips. We're going to make a node in front of you. Okay, that's lined up. You're going to just put copper plate in. So I have to give you 10 copper plate a second. Well, instead of doing that, I'm just going to copy and paste. Um, let's see. I'm going to make 20 smelters and 4. Those will just be easier numbers for me to wrap my head around. So one of these can supply 2 of those. So let me get a node. You're putting plate in. putting the ore into, you are putting 16 miners. So, let's see. Add a bit more capacity back here. So this one can support 2 of these. I think we're gonna have, let's make 1 more of these. This copy bug is sure annoying. I'm gonna take you two, dupe those, and then I'll just do the same thing. Okay, now the other thing that we need is silicon dioxide and aluminum. So or 4. So yeah. Um, so I need to make 16 silicon dioxide and 16 aluminum a second. I'm gonna have 16 of these guys in here, and then I'll just make the coal here as well. Just because that's easier. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's just for the silicon. Hold on a second. There's another step in here to make the silicon dioxide. So let's see. Oxygens. Okay. So I'm just going to make 16 of these. You are taking silicon in. You are exporting silicon. Okay. Back. Let's see. Let's put silicon dioxide. Okay. What are we missing here? We need oxygen. So I'm just going to create a production node here. I don't know if oxygen counts as, yeah, it doesn't count as towards yield or anything. So this can just be a production node. And where are you? Bioreactors. I can put 32 in here. So that will make 16 a second. And you require 32 a second. So I'm going to hold down Alt and duplicate you. Then you're just going to go into here. It's fine. So 16 in there, 16 in there. So we are pumping out 32 a second. And now we have silicon dioxide done. This little thing will make 16 a second. And now we need to make 16 a second aluminum. So okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make this up to 8. And then we're gonna make 8 coal. And we will make 8. These, you need a half. So this will make 4, so this is the correct ratio. And now I need 2 of these, and I need 32 bauxite coming in. So you're going there, you are producing aluminum. We need 2 of you. Just hold that. And then I'm going to make a node because this will make things easier later if we have to add a bunch more bauxite nodes because the yield goes so low. So you're going to do bauxite. Let's put you down 1. And now let's get a couple of extractor nodes. I'll do 1 here, 1 there. And now we have the aluminum. So let's get this connected up here. And let's get the spacing right on these. And now all of a sudden, wait a minute, why are we not making chips? What is up with silicon dioxide? You're not making any? Getting oxygen in, but no silicon. Oh. You're not mining quartz. So let's get another node. It's a silly little mistake. You are getting quartz. Right there. And then get you going. Like 3 of you. Just because our quartz yield has gone down quite a bit in the past. So now all of a sudden we're making 16 of these Gen 2 chips a second. And right after this, I'm going to start a new warehouse over here for purple. Lined up. Okay, now we need a node. You are going to be exporting purple. $20 sulfur. All right, so we're gonna make 4 of these, so we're gonna be taking 80 sulfur in, which is a lot. Petroleum mix 2 sulfur. Okay, we're gonna make 4 of these. I'm thinking if we make 2 of those and 20 of these plants, then we need 8 chips in and 20 petroleum in. There, let's This is making 16 chips. So this bit can support 2. Oh my gosh, that's 150,000 brick. This is gonna take a minute to paste. So I'm going to do a cut here, and we'll come back when this is done pasting. Okay, I got the Gen 2 chips connected over here. And now I have copied this bit of petroleum. This is going to be overbuilt, but it'll be fine. So I'm going to just paste that down here. Okay, we're back. Now it looks like we're making 4 science a second here. 4 purple science. So that's a good start. We'll get those numbers up in a minute here. We've already got 1500 going now. We are going to get this research right here. Increase edge speed to 32 a tick. That's huge. So we're getting that one. The other one, this one is pretty big. This is going to increase the efficiency of all of our extractors. And then finally this one. This will up our node, like the edge throughput to 12x, which will make it 384 a second. So that will be the next thing that we get. And then right after that, we're getting this. We're getting the warehouse capacity. And then we're getting these increases to our turrets. And we'll get this, the damage reduction. Those are the big ones for here. And then we'll make a solar battery and a solar array farm, and then we will switch over to solar. At least for all of our new power needs, we'll switch over to solar. Right, so we are going to stop the episode here. In between episodes, I will get these couple of bits of research done. We'll get all of our numbers up. I'll probably here. Let's just do that one now. So in between episodes, I will buy up as many warehouses as we can, since our number has gone up now. Okay, thanks everybody for picking up what I'm putting down. We'll see you next time for episode 4 of Incremental Factory.